It's me, Morgan.
That's Zane.
And we're here in the Ariel Foundation Teen Makerspace. And today we're going to be showing you how to make your very own bouncy ball slime. Okay, so the first thing that you should have is your craft bags. And in your craft bags, you should find ingredients for slime. So, well, kind of slime. We're kind of making like harder versions of slime. So you want to have hot water, specifically 1 cup of hot water. So we just got a bowl and put water in it, and we're going to take a measuring cup like so, and then go ahead and get a whole cup full. Maybe add like a little bit more. Yeah, that's good. And then after that, we're going to take, I think it's
2 tablespoons?
Yeah, 2 tablespoons of borax. We have ingredients in the bag, so you know how much. But everything is already portioned out to you guys, so you don't have to do this part. But if you want to make more later by yourself, this is why we have the video. So we're going to mix that in. And then Zane, if you could hand me that spoon over to your right, that'd be fantastic. Okay, so the warm water, 1 cup of warm water, and then 2 tablespoons of the borax, and we're gonna try to mix this together. So while I'm mixing this, Zane is going to get some glue. Actually, here, mix it in this cup, because you guys are gonna need some like cups of your own as well. So take this cup, and then you're going to take your glue, which is 1/4 a cup of glue, and we're gonna go ahead and put in a measuring cup. And everything should be labeled for you guys, like in the little plastic containers that we gave you, so you don't get confused. But this part's important. You need to make sure that you mix the glue in a separate cup and mix your warm water and borax in another bowl.
We've already tested it. It doesn't turn out the way you think it will.
It does not. Okay, so after that, you're going to want to take your cornstarch, and I'm pretty sure it's also, is it 1 or 2?
It's going to be 2 tablespoons.
Okay, also 2 tablespoons. And if you see that your borax is not dissolving all the way, that's okay, because there's too much borax in the water solution to actually dissolve all the way. So if you see stuff like that, it's supposed to be there. Okay, so next we're going to take the glow powder that we gave you, and you have a popsicle stick in your bag too. So if you just want to scoop it out and dump about half, and keep the other half of your glow powder, because we're going to use that next week for the jar of stars. But right now we're going to take some of that and put it in. If you guys want your bouncy balls to like really glow in the dark, then I would suggest not putting in the green powder with it and just having plain like white bouncy balls. But I think they look really cool with the green powder, so we'll just add that. Yeah, that looks good. And then yeah, I would take just like 1 little bit of that and dump that in. Yep. And then, did you get that's everything?
Yep, that's everything.
So then you can take your popsicle stick and then just go ahead and mix it on up. And you kind of want like an icing consistency, or like maybe
toothpaste.
Yeah, I was gonna say it kind of looks like minty fresh toothpaste, but don't eat it. Like, once again, I feel like that's a common thing I have to say. Like, please don't eat this stuff. It looks delicious.
I hate to say it, but
yeah, I'm like, well, it wouldn't be the first time that has happened, that it looks like they want to eat some glue, but it's fine. Okay, so it looks pretty decent now. You just want to make sure there's no cornstarch chunks in here, and you can kind of just tell. Make sure you get the middle mixed up really well too, if you guys have ever baked a cake or anything. So what we have found to work better for this is, instead of like just dumping the whole thing in at one time, you want to kind of slowly pour it in.
Get a little stringy.
Yeah, make it a little stringy, because like you want all of the slime to touch the borax, so you don't have like a part where it is gooey in the middle, kind of like a gooey cake or something. But what this is doing, when you put it in the borax and water solution, it actually hardens the slime, and it takes about 10 seconds for it to really like thicken up. But we want to make sure all of it is out, and I don't mind if it takes a little bit more time to make it stringy. So looks like I almost got all of it.
Want to get more bang for your slime.
Exactly. Yeah, and you can make about 2 bouncy balls with this. Honestly, you could probably break them up and get about 4. But again, these ingredients are super simple to find. You can get them at any store. But we have all of the supplies for you, so don't even worry about it. So after that, you just want to make sure that everything is coated. See how it's still like sticky? So go ahead. I'm gonna get rid of this now. It's already starting to harden up. And then kind of just like flip it. And then you want to make sure that all of it, like, see how if it's like hard, but then if you squeeze it, like it actually is like really gooey and gluey. Just make sure you're getting all of it really in there. Kind of like knead it like a cat, maybe. That's like what I think.
Or dough.
Yeah, there we go. Give it a little massage in there. But after
really treat it.
Yeah, exactly. You want to make sure you're really getting it in there, because when you make normal slime, and you guys have done this before, I'm sure, is you don't want it to harden up. You want it to be like slimy and like stringy, but this is the exact opposite. We want to make sure that this is like, there is no slime in it. You want to make it hard as a rock pretty much. So once you have that, you can still see like when I squeeze it in between my hands, like some of the gooey parts still come out. So when that happens, you just want to keep dipping it back into the water. And I think it's kind of easier when you have it in 2 chunks. You can already tell it's like pulling apart, and like ripping and not like stringing. So that's how you know it's working. So you just want to keep like squeezing it and like dipping it in. So this part takes a little bit of time, but it's definitely worth it, and it makes it harden. So just keep doing that for a minute. Okay, so Zane is grabbing me a paper towel, because after you have messed with this solution for a little bit, you'll start getting like borax on your hands, and it kind of feels like when you're at the beach and then you have sand on you, and then you're trying to wash the sand off into the ocean.
It's very unpleasant.
Yeah, sand is not fun. Well, sometimes it is if it's sand castles, but. So after that, I don't want to just like wring it out. So like really get all the juices out. So I'm gonna move that. And then they're not like in any type of shape yet, just like the shape of my fist. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe my hands off. And then kind of like dab these off a little bit. Don't like really put it on there, because the paper towel wants to definitely stick to this as well. Okay, actually, can you give me another paper towel?
Yeah.
Yeah, always have paper towels on hand, obviously, for this. You know how messy slime can be. I think everyone knows at this point. Okay, so here, Zane, take this one and then roll it in your hand. So this is going to make the shape of the ball. And this might take about maybe a minute or 2 to really get like a good ball shape. But you can see already it's starting to form very nicely. So this is going to take the moisture out. When you're doing this, like you can kind of feel that it still feels like a little damp. But after you roll in your hands for about a minute, like it starts to definitely harden up and take a way better shape. And you could do this for 5 minutes even. I think the longer that you roll it in a ball and suck the moisture out, it bounces better.
Oh yeah.
So if you like leave it out overnight, I wouldn't maybe leave it out overnight, but maybe just leave it out for like 5 to 10 minutes and then keep it in a Ziploc bag, okay? Which you guys have plenty of Ziploc bags that we have given you, so I'm sure you have 1 or 2 laying around. Or just use one of the ones that we sent with you in your bag this past week with like the jar of stars, yeah. So you guys have stuff. So after that, you should have a pretty decent looking ball. if it feels like a little gooey in like any spots, like you're always like more than welcome to just keep dunking it back in until it like is hard enough for you guys. So I'm gonna wipe this off, but I really think it's looking pretty good. And we went ahead and made like a few already to test them out to see kind of like what our like favorite way to make it is. And I think we got the best way, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so, after like third time's a charm kind of thing. So I'm gonna move this out of the way. And then I have a few over here. So this one kind of looks flat already because we just left it like sitting for a while. But sometimes you can roll it back into its shape. But we should also be putting these in plastic bags and not leaving them just like laying on the table. So definitely put them away like when you're not using them. And I have a few more over here. So these are kind of what they look like if you leave them out for a while. They start like cracking a little bit, but either way, it's still fine. So I'm gonna move some of this stuff so I can do the bounce test, all right? Okay, so here's the ones that we just made. So let's see. Oh, not bad, just for dropping it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, here we go, that's good.
They're actually
Awesome.
better than the ones we did on the
Yeah,
test.
see, the third time's a charm, that's what I'm saying. Okay, I'm gonna try mine. Let's see. I'll see, look, that's pretty good too. I still think yours is better, but maybe I just wasn't rolling fast enough. But you can also, again, pull them apart. Like this is like a half one of these. So, and these ones bounce like pretty well too. Whoa, see, like we've left these out for maybe like a half hour now, and they bounce like pretty high.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so I'm gonna put them all together, and then we will see you guys next week. Bye.